Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Repulsed mom's warning, alarm bells and marriage protectors. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers update for Friday, July 14 reveals that Brooke Logan will try to wrap her head around what she just walked by on. Since Brooke set up some of Hope Spencer's things, including her marriage ring, at Thomas Forrester's apartment, she had enough good idea of what she'd find upstairs. Indeed so, nothing could have set Brooke for the sight of Hope and Thomas in bed together. Brooke's worst fear came a reality in that moment, so she'll demand some answers from Hope on Friday's B&B occasion. Since Hope is a grown woman, she might argue that she doesn't owe Brooke an explanation. At this point in her life, Hope doesn't have to follow any rules that Brooke wants her to follow. Still, Brooke will be completely shocked over Hope taking her treason to the coming position with Liam Spencer's, Scott Clifton, worst adversary. Hope should be fighting for her marriage as far as Brooke's concerned, so she'll advise her son about the consequences of letting the wrong solicitations take control. Of course, Hope doesn't feel like the connection she feels with Thomas is wrong at each, so she'll be defensive of him and the deep bond they partake. Still, Brooke will presumably suppose Hope's going to lament going to bed with Thomas and digging a bigger hole for herself. Hope used to be the good girl who'd Noe follow in her mama's steps by ruining a solid relationship, but she's starting to see that she's not so different and seems okay with that. Although Hope Noe felt like she had Liam's whole heart, she's the center of Thomas' world, and that's got her on Pole 9 right now. Unfortunately, there's a fine line between love and preoccupation for Thomas, so Taylor Hayes will fret over him in Friday's show. Taylor will talk to Ridge Forrester about Hope initiating that make-out session in Italy and potentially undoing all the hard work Thomas has done in Remedy. Despite Taylor's alarm bells, Ridge and Carter Walton won't suppose this is going to turn into a big deal. Carter and Ridge will basically defend Hope's marriage, since they'll still suppose she's married to him despite her Rome slip-up. When Taylor finds out Brooke went over to Thomas' place, she may find that news disquieting too. Ridge might contend Brooke just wanted to admit Thomas' progress, but Taylor may worry this will turn into berating him for once miscalculations. Brooke could fluently have some harsh words for Thomas over the present as well, since it takes two to tango. Maybe Brooke will argue that Thomas pounced on Hope at the first sign of trouble and took advantage of her marriage drama. That's not how it really went down, but we all know Brooke doesn't trust Thomas and perhaps Noe will. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Brooke will have to reuse Hope and Thomas' shocking conduct, so stick with us for updates on Brooke Logan has her say. Brooke Logan laid down the law for her son on B&B. In the Bold and the Beautiful recap for Friday, July 14, 2023, Brooke shared her opinion on Hope and Thomas's relaxation. Bold and the Beautiful recap highlights in addition, Taylor worries that Thomas might slide back into old bad habits, and Liam declared that remission would not be forthcoming. Now let's dig a little deeper into what exactly happened. Master bedroom at Thomas's residence, and despite the egregious Brooke demanded to know just what was going on between him and Hope. Hope prayed her mama to stick around and let her explain, but Brooke didn't suppose that possible. How could Hope stopgap to explain hopping into bed with Thomas? Thomas, of all people? No, this was so obviously a mistake on her son's part. What's more, you're not going to be with Thomas. A blubbing. Hope granted Brooke that effects might be moving presto, and that what she and Thomas did might be wrong, libelous indeed, but she's not sorry, not one little bit. And if anyone should be suitable to understand, it's Brooke. What Hope felt when making love to Thomas was beautiful, and if anything, it makes Hope feel worse about how she attacked Brooke and her history. Brooke combated that Hope was nothing like this. This isn't who her son is, uncurling her shoulders and channelizing her mortal frenemy. Brooke bellowed that nothing at all would come from Hope and Thomas's lovemaking, period. Hope is returning to her hubby and her children, and she'll make effects work, because that's where she belongs. Whatever happened between her and Thomas was over. It ends moment. Brooke whizzed. Danger zone over at Forrester Creations. Taylor intruded Carter and Ridge's discussion to ask after Thomas. She was lower than thrilled to hear that he was at home, and Brooke was headed over there as they spoke to speak to him about the kiss he and Hope participated in Rome. Oh yes, that kiss. That kiss has Taylor justifiably upset. With one smooch, with one simple kiss, Hope could have derailed all Thomas's progress. Ridge baffled. Their son's preoccupation with Hope is in the history, and anyhow of the active detector that was the kiss, he trusts that Thomas is just fine. Doesn't Taylor trust him? Of course she does, but she most clearly doesn't trust Hope or her mama. Oh, rather at Spencer Publications, Wyatt brought Liam some Chinese food and further stimulant to find a little bit of compassion and remission for Hope. When Liam pushed back, Wyatt pushed it harder. However, he'll dig down deep and find a way to forgive. If he really start a family with Thomas, the bold and the beautiful suckers wonder if Hope Logan wants to start a family with Thomas Forrester. The two have taken effects to the coming position. She's exploring her solicitations and fornication with a man who wants her only. Since Hope's marriage to Liam Spencer is over, does she want to start a family with Thomas? The bold and the beautiful Hope Logan removes her marriage rings on the Monday, July 10th broadcast of The Bold and the Beautiful Hope Logan removed her marriage rings. She realized that Liam couldn't make the same offerings that she made for him over the times. There were so numerous times that Hope forgave Liam and took him back. Indeed, though she'll always love him, she knows that their marriage is over. She recalled the moment when Liam first put those rings on her cutlet. They were so agitated to start a family together. Now it's likely that Hope will start a family with Thomas. Some B&B suckers took offense when Hope removed her rings and incontinently went to bed with Thomas. They suppose she should have waited to file the divorce papers to move on. One addict argued on the Soap Central forums, "I find it entertaining that she seems to suppose by taking off the rings, the marriage is over. Symbolically perhaps, but not literally." That same stoner suspected whether Hope ever loved Liam since she was so willing to jump into bed with Thomas. Just hours prior, she told Liam that she loved him and that she wanted a family with him when he told her that he wanted a divorce. Another addict argued, "She has been wanting Thomas for months. That's the reason she's suitable to move on so snappily." Also, as Sheeta said, she was willing to risk everything just to partake those kisses with Thomas in Rome. Hope's heart is with Thomas now, not Liam. Imo. B&B is Hope Logan in love with Thomas Forrester. The bold and the beautiful suckers have to wonder if Hope Logan is in love with Thomas Forrester. Another addict brought it up on the Soap Central forums. According to the spoilers, Hope might confess her love for Thomas this coming week. When she admitted that she first developed passions for him, she was so spooked that she tried to condemn her mama's history. Still, it was a cover for how Hope really feels for Thomas. She has to deal with the people she hurt along the way. Hope eventually feels that her passions for Thomas are right. She loves that Thomas can read her mind and complete her rulings. What are your studies? Do you suppose Hope wants to start a family with Thomas? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.